Hey everybody, Scott here. Welcome to Guitar Theory. In this video series, we're going to be discussing some cool guitar stuff, some other music stuff, some music theory, and some practice stuff. So today, we're going to be talking about what I call Octave Note Identify. It's a super easy and effective way to learn all the notes in your instrument super quick, as well as incorporating a couple other practice things. Here it is. We're going to start on the 6th string 5th fret with our first finger. I'm going to add my 3rd finger on the 4th string 7th fret. So I'm just skipping a fret, skipping a string. I have octaves on A. Now that octave shape right there, it moves all over the guitar, and it also works off the 5th and the 3rd strings. Instead of trying to figure out where every single individual note is, we're going to learn where all the same note is. So I'm going to take these octaves, I'm going to move to the 1st fret, and to work this into an exercise, generally what I like to do is incorporate a picking pattern. I'm going to start off by picking 3s. I'm going to pick down, up, down on the low string, up, down, up on the high string. I'm going to say the notes out loud as I move it up the neck. So this is F. Move it up to the 2nd fret, it's F sharp. 3rd fret is G. G sharp, A sharp, B, C, and so on. So if I know the notes on the 6th string, for instance, if I go back to that note A, I know the octave A is right there. The 6th and the 1st string are the same. So actually, by knowing one note, I automatically know 3 notes. If I move that octave shape up to the 5th string, I'm on the 5th string 5th fret, and then I'm going to add the 3rd string 7th fret. I've got octaves on D. Another picking pattern that I like to incorporate into this is a drum rudiment called paradiddles. I'm going to turn this into a picking pattern that goes 5, 3, 5, 5, 3, 5, 3, 3. Super slowly on the octaves on D, that's 5, 3, 5, 5, 3, 5, 3, 3. 5, 3, 5, 5, 3, 5, 3, 3. So if I do that and I move that octave shape down to the 1st fret, I've got octaves on B flat, B at the 2nd fret, C at the 3rd fret, C sharp, D sharp, and so on. If I move that up to the 4th string, I'm going to have my 1st finger on the 4th string 5th fret. The octave is going to be skip a string, skip 2 frets. So my pinky's on the 2nd string 8th fret. I've got octaves on G. I go back to picking the 3s there, move that back down to the 1st fret. I've got E flat, E at the 2nd fret, F at the 3rd fret. Do that all the way up the neck and all the way back down, saying the notes out loud. I got one more octave shape. That same one is going to work on the 3rd and the 1st strings. At the 5th fret, I would have C at the 3rd string 5th fret. Octave is 1st string 8th fret with a pinky. Got 2 C's right there. If I move that down to the 1st fret and do the paradiddles, that is right there. That's A flat, A, B flat, B, C, and so on, all the way up the neck and all the way back down. Now to take that to the next level, I can actually connect those octave shapes. If I do it from A, I'm going to have my 1st finger on the 6th string 5th fret. I use my 2nd finger on the 4th string 7th fret. The octave off that is going to be on the 2nd string 10th fret. So I've got 3 A's. And that exact octave shape will work starting on the 5th string. So if I move that up a string to the 5th string 5th fret, 3rd string 7th fret, 1st string 10th fret, I've got 3 D notes. So to bottom line this, 2 shapes over 2 sets of 3 strings give you octaves on all your notes for the whole guitar. One other thing I want to mention is there are only 2 of every 1 note per string. And they're always 12 frets apart. On the 1st string, for instance, let's say I play G at the 3rd fret. There's only one more G on that string. It's 12 frets apart to the 15th fret. Now, it depends on what kind of guitar and how many frets you have. On this guitar, I've got 24 frets. So I've actually got 2 of every note on every string. If you've got 22 frets, you've got 2 of every note except for D sharps and E's. But that rule applies on every single string. So let's say if I have an A note on the 3rd string 2nd fret, there's only one more A on that string. It's 12 frets apart, and it's going to be at the 3rd string 14th fret. Let's do a little closer on the picking patterns. So on the picking patterns, if I did octaves on A with the triplets, it's simply down, up, down on the down, up, down on the 6th string, up, down, up on the 4th string. Down, up, down, up, down, up. That's a great picking pattern to work on, although anything will work. So on the paradiddles, I'm going to go 6, 4, 6, 6, 4, 6, 4, 4, 6, 4, 6, 6, 4, 6, 4, 4. And those are just a couple of picking patterns that you can apply to this. So a quick review, start at your 6th string 1st fret with octaves on F, do a picking pattern, move it up the neck, say the notes out loud, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A. Do that all the way up the neck and all back down. Do that on all the strings. If you can work that into the compound octaves, that just makes it even easier to do. So right there I've got G, 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 and also G on the 1st string. So really with that idea, if you know your notes on your 6th string, you know 4 notes and the rest of them octave out, and that is what I call octave note identify. So if you do that every day, you will learn the notes on your guitar super fast and you'll remember them forever. That's what I call octave note identify. Have fun. Thank you very much.